LSP is normally goal-directed, and LSP courses develop from needs analysis, which aims to specify as closely as possible what exactly it is that students have to do through the medium of the language. This is why needs analysis is often considered to be the cornerstone of ESP and LSP. If you have experience as a secondary school teacher, or if you're used to teaching from a course book, you might be tempted to overlook learner needs analysis, as this has usually already been done for you by the institution or by the author of this course book. This is also possibly the reason why language teacher education programs generally don't include learner needs analysis as a component. But what you should know is that needs and specific purposes have such strong ties that the notion of needs analysis is claimed to have emerged from the very early works on ESP. But what do we mean exactly by needs analysis? Well, needs analysis has been defined as the use of systematic means to define the specific sets of skills, texts, linguistic forms, and communicative practices that a particular group of learners must acquire. Different types of needs have been identified in the literature, be it target needs or communication needs, learning needs or situation needs, felt needs from an insider's perspective, or perceived needs from an outsider's perspective. To make sure that you address all of these needs, you have to consider the three major components of needs analysis: PSA, LSA, and TSA. PSA, present situation analysis, which covers the strengths and weaknesses of students before the start of the course. They include the learner's abilities and the resources available. For example, PSA at university could be based on student placement test results, but also on the analysis of the teaching and learning environment, which might reveal, for example, that group work is impossible in the classroom because of group size. LSA, learning situation analysis, which covers subjective, felt, and process-oriented needs. These include what learners want to learn, why they want to learn it, and the most effective ways of learning the language and developing specific skills. For example, LSA might reveal that your medical students like learning from real-life medical problem situations, which means that the most effective way of learning for them could be case studies. TSA, target situation analysis, or target language use situation analysis, that is to say the language requirements in the professional or academic setting that they have to or will have to use the language in. TSA focuses on the student's needs at the end of the language course. For example, TSA with medical students might reveal that they will have to be able to perform medical consultations in the foreign language. Different sources can provide the information needed. The learners, people working or studying in the field, former students, documents relevant to the field, clients, employers, colleagues, subject specialists, and published LSP research in the field. Different instruments can be used for collecting the information needed: questionnaires, analysis of authentic spoken and written texts, discussions, interviews, observations, and assessments. In addition, you should remember that the information collected about the needs of particular learners has to come from different sources, and ideally using different methods of collection. For example, a combination of document analysis, surveys, interviews, and focus groups. This is what we call data triangulation, and thanks to this technique, the needs identified are likely to be more valid and representative of the learners under investigation. Needs analysis is the first step in curriculum design. Once learner needs are identified, learning outcomes and objectives can be defined to address these needs. Then the curriculum, materials, assessments, and methods can be more easily and accurately determined. Because diagnosing needs, creating instruments, analyzing and processing data is not common in language teacher education programs, LSP teachers often end up being slaves to the published coursebooks available, if available at all. But this will not be the case for you if you complete this module.